welcome to the Pulse of the People, Season 3. That's right, to let your boy back again. I'm so excited to have you here today. We have a power-packed show. I know you see what I got on. You've probably seen it in some of the promos. New season, new apparel, new everything, new guests, new everything. I know you're looking at this, and yeah, that's a part of the big news we got going on today. It ain't just because I want to look fly. It's because we got a big announcement coming up about what I got on today. And today is going to be an awesome show. I got a bad entrepreneur. My big brother, he's on the show today, Raymond Pack. You've seen him in our Christmas special, but today we're gonna get up close and personal about big dreamers. GEI is gonna be in the house, and then local rap artist, The Real Carter, is gonna be in the house. He's gonna close the show out today. And then I'm introducing a new segment at the end of the show for all of my IG followers that follow us. It's called the Mask Off Moment. That's right, I'm gonna take 1 minute, 60 seconds, and give you a quick word of empowerment. I'm telling you, it's gonna be off the hook. Go tell everybody, like, share, do all you gotta do to make sure you get everybody a part of what's going on here today on the Pulse of the People. As always, I want to thank our visionary and our leader, Dr. Dante Duckett, and the New Kingdom TV family, all of our people working behind the scenes, producers, executive producers, all those people who are making it happen. It's gonna be a power-packed show. Keep it locked where you got it. The next hour, you don't wanna miss nothing. It's the Pulse of the People. I'm so glad you came back to join us, Pulse of the People. My guest today is an entrepreneur, he is a designer, he is a CEO, he is a boss, and he's doing real big things in the clothing, apparel, he's doing a little bit of everything. I mean, he's got some things that he's doing now, but he got some things on the table that's really, 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 really big. If you watched our Christmas takeover, he was one of the featured black businesses on there, and he's been doing it for some time now. I need you to take a moment to welcome to the Pulse of the People, my brother, Mr. Raymond Pack. Man, how you doing?
What's going on, champ, man?
Happy New Year to you, first of all.
Same to you, man. I appreciate the opportunity.
So we were introduced, the Pulse of the People viewers were introduced to you last year, December, and we talked about your business, Big Dreamers. And I want to start from like the beginning because I want people to understand about your journey and why you chose clothes as your lane or your venture to express yourself in the community. So who is Raymond Pack? Who is he?
Man, that's a good question, man. I'm a kid from Annapolis, man. Born and raised. Grew up there, you know what I'm saying, 2-parent household, but, I just, as growing up, man, I've always been into, like, shoes was always my thing at first, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But then as I got older, I wanted to kind of coordinate, match shoes with the clothes and things of that nature. And I ain't always had the money to do it, you know what I mean? Or the means to do it, you know what I'm saying? My parents, a lot of times I got what I wanted, but they made sure I had what I needed, you know what I'm saying? And so, as I got older, man, I thought about a multitude of different business ventures and opportunities, man. But then, the dream became. What really clicked it for me was I got tired of wearing what everybody else was wearing. Like when you go to the mall, like everybody wears the same thing because the same stores are in the malls all the time. Right. And so when I got to high school, like even when I would go shopping for clothes and things like that, like I always end up going back then, I was about like 95, 96. I would go to like PG Plaza or I would go out to White Marsh. So I stayed away from Annapolis Mall because that's what everybody else was wearing. And then, a lot of times too, it'd be different styles and different looks that they didn't make for big guys. Mm-hmm. So, I may like what that is, but they don't have it in my size. And I got tired of hearing we don't have your size. So I decided, I'm gonna make my own size.
So in making your own size, you made your own lane.
That's it.
You made your own lane. Now, what in doing that, I know that it wasn't like you were granted this big foundation or this big amount of money start what you did or
Right.
the movement that you started. So then, what was the foundation of Big Dreamers? Where did the name come from? Where did that? So the foundation is the name. What is going to be? Because most people just think, let me just come up with, and then when you talk about a name, Big Dreamers, it's not just a name; it's a statement.
Right.
So when you talk about Big Dream, when you hear the name Big Dreamers, or when you as a young man looking to start a movement, Big Dreamers, where'd that come from?
Well, I mean, it was honestly, it did stem from a dream, honestly. Like I had like maybe 4 or 5 different names at the time of what I wanted my clothing line to be. And I'm gonna be honest with you, to this day right now, I don't remember the other 3. Because it just kind of like, it just didn't work, or it didn't sound too cliche, and I wanted something that I felt like could be in anybody's closet. You know, I just didn't want it just for a particular demographic of people. I wanted it for everybody. And so I had, I just had a dream one day, and I was just playing with letters and started rambling off names, and it just kind of came to me. Like you said, man, I wasn't funded anything, you know what I'm saying, to start this. I mean, even to this day, I have to give credit, where credit is due. And I just kept talking about it, right? And so my wife, she just kind of, went behind my back and paid some legal fees and all that kind of stuff, and then was like, here you go. And I was like, what's this? And she was like, go down there and get your business started. And that's kind of how Big Dreamers Apparel really kicked off. She had paid, for the people to write up and fill out the forms and everything for my LLC and all that kind of stuff. And so that's kind of how it kicked off, and I just took the reins from there.
So Big Dreamers started when? What year did Big Dreamers start?
2015.
2015. Big Dreamers now
August of 2015. So we're going into year number 6.
Year number 6. So Big Dreamers, a dream turned reality, or a dream that was that became spoken word. So
Right.
your words got life, and now everybody that was around you heard it.
Right.
And your wife took it and said, well, let me go ahead and put it in the ground. And then the thing had blossomed, watered and blossomed, and now we're 6 years.
Right.
We're 6 years Big Dreamers. Now, you can see just by what you're wearing today, you can see the color, when people, and I know we talked about this before, I want you to tell the story again to the viewers about when you knew that there was a separation when you talk about a clothing line and a brand.
Right. So like I said, man, I just, I started like everybody else did, man. I don't knock anybody for, because everybody you gotta start from the beginning, but as you go along, you gotta grow too, though. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn, and you gotta take notes, and being around business partners and being a part of business with other people, man, you gotta you take notes. You know what I'm saying? So I had an opportunity to work with a gentleman who had already had multiple clothing lines. And so I was telling him, like, man, listen, he had a dress line that was in a huge, like a Macy's, so he was in it for real. And so I was talking to him about everything, and I was like, I got a clothing line, it's called Big Dreamers Apparel. He was like, okay, let me see some things. So I showed him some stuff, man, and he was like, okay. And he was like, well, do you have your own tags in your clothes? And I was like, what you mean? He was like, so do your shirts say, Gildan, or do they say Big Dreamers Apparel on the inside? And I was like, Gildan. Like, I'm thinking that's what the norm is,
Right.
That's what I see. And so he was like, and do you got your tags on it? Like, is it ready for a store? And I'm like, what you mean? Like, so he's like, the hang tail, and you go, it's got the SKU on the back and all that. Do you have? I was like, nah. So he was like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ray. He was like, you don't have a brand, you got a hobby.
Wow.
And so when he said that, it kind of clicked, like, hold up, like, I'm feeling some type of way now because I'm putting my sweat and tears into kind of really getting this going. And so once that conversation took place, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got in my feelings a minute, so I had to sit back and really think about it, and then I started to process. So now I'm taking those chips and those nuggets and those jewels, and I'm trying to place them where they need to be placed. And so I started connecting with people and finding out the right moves and the right places to go and the things to do to get those items that I need to. That way, if one day that door comes knocking, I can be in that department store or in any store, period. You know what I'm saying? I want to be readily available and ready for that to take place. And so right now, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a place now where when you get a piece of Big Dreamers apparel, you know, when you look at the tag, it will say Big Dreamers apparel. You know, we have our full tags on everything. You order, you get it shipped. It's right there at your door. And actually on the back of our tag gives you a description of how we became who we are and what we are and why we are.
Wow. So you give, even in selling your clothes or even in having your clothing out there, you make people a part of the dream. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
You make them a part of your journey. So every piece of clothes you sell, could you say that it is a part of the journey attached, so that every home that it goes into, every person that wears it, they're wearing.
You're a part of the dream.
You're a part of the dream, and it also gives you the power to dream.
Facts. Because
Wow.
that's the motto, man. Never stop dreaming, man. Don't never give up on what you're doing, bro. Like I encourage people all the time to keep pushing, keep dreaming, never stop. Like, don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Just keep going. Keep going. Figure out the way. Find the avenues you need to take and make it happen.
Wow. So listen, so I told you before the top of the show, we want to make a big announcement about your boy, the Bishop, Big Dreamers. I'm going to go as far as to say, because we going to get into that real quick before we bring on our next guest, which is a part of the family, the conglomerate, the culture,
right,
of when you talked about having the right people around you, and we're gonna touch that before we bring our next guest on. And then before we go to break, I want you to speak to somebody who may be hitting their head up against the wall. I want you to be to one of our viewers or a few of our viewers that are watching that, you know, hey, everybody got that drug dealing cousin, got a little bit of money, want to wash his money, so he come up with a clothing line, so to speak. I want you to speak to that person, but we want to make this announcement, and yeah, we will make this announcement. I think it's going to be major. So after our Christmas show, you and I had the opportunity to talk, and I expressed to the fact that for me, being a brand ambassador is important. I think it sends a lot of messages, and as we've had time to talk, even off the air, I'm a dreamer myself, and to see the dreams that I've dreamed and things that I've prayed about, to see them come true, I figured it was only right to connect to somebody that's doing some great things, and I think connections are perfect, and that's why I said it's a perfect segue. So I'm gonna let you do the honors about the what's happening between the Bishop and Big Dreams. I'm gonna let you make the announcement, the big announcement.
Well, the big announcement is the Bishop here is our new brand ambassador for Big Dreamers Apparel. You see it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep him dripped and laced and all the gear. So every time you see the show, man, you see Bishop dripped up and draped out in the Big Dreamers Apparel. Man.
That's the big announcement. Listen, here's the thing. You have to understand what I had to research about brand ambassadorship. It's a two-way street. It's about putting what you believe in and in the eyesight or people hearing about. So everywhere I go, I don't care where it is, if I go to a church, I see a bunch of young people, I'm handing them Big Dreamers cards, because the first thing they saying is, yo, you a bishop and you drip like that? Yo, man, Bishop saucy. When I hear little comments like that, I know I need to get this information in people's hands. I know a lot of young people look at what I have on and things of that nature. And so I want to make sure, even in my political partnerships, even in my community walks and things of that nature, I want to make sure that people know that I'm partnered with an apparel. So like you said, when people see me, when people see New Kingdom TV and me, they're gonna see Big Dreamers, because at the end of the day, we want you to make sure that you never stop dreaming. So make sure, and it'll be in the credits, it'll be Right now, as you watching me right now, you'll be able to get all the information so you can go shop, support black business. And later on when you do the fashion show, you're going to hear about the different, this ain't something he brought at Walmart and slapped something on there. Just told you that. This is good quality material and he's connected well. Let's talk about that. You're connected. We're connected. GEI. Who is GEI to Big Dreamers?
Man, GEI has been a huge help, you know what I'm saying, in broadening the lanes for Big Dreamers Apparel, man. He's a GEI is a company, man, entertainment company, excuse me, and they've been able to help me reach different platforms and locations, man. I mean, I remember the first time I kind of linked up with GEI, CEO Tone, man, is the CEO of GEI. I linked up with them, man, and they was one of the first people to really get me Big Dreamers out of the state of Maryland. You know what I'm saying? So I went down there and was formally able to introduce Big Dreamers Apparel to Atlanta. And so once that happened, just things, and he's always been up front with me, you know what I'm saying? So everything that he said from the very beginning has still been the same now.
Wow.
So I don't have a problem with, expressing and showing my love back with GEI, man. And it's been the same. It's been an amazing journey with them. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing about it is, it's hard for us as African American males sometimes, or men, period, to want to work together and not feel like somebody's getting more than the other person, or somebody feel like they getting cheated. And this is the one to let you know right now, being a part of GEI, nobody's cheating nobody. You know what I'm saying? We getting what we supposed to have. I'm my own boss in my own right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still can put on for the company too. You know what I'm saying? They don't stop what I'm doing. He don't knock what I'm doing. Just the other day, I reached out to my brother, and I'm gonna say it now, just flat out. I sent him a picture of some new apparel that's coming. I'm like, bro, should I smother him out or let him breathe, bro? He was like, yo, keep your foot on the gas, bro. That's where we at with it.
That's what you need.
You know what I'm saying? Because, and he'll tell me if I'm wrong. My brother will tell me I'm wrong. If I need fallback, he'll tell me I fall back. But it's no hard feelings in it. You know what I'm saying? We have GEI, man, being a part of GEI, we have our own studio space, man, that we have right now that's located over in Millersville, and it is 5 of us that pitch in on it.
Wow.
Ain't nobody pocketing no money from that. You see what I'm saying? But we own our own space.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But too many people worried about what the next person getting, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so the business connect that I have with GEI, it allows me to be me. And allows Big Dreamers to be Big Dreamers. And I am one of the members of the GEI clothing brand.
Wow. So it's safe to say to our viewers, make sure that you get with people who are going to compliment you.
Facts.
Not compete with you.
Facts.
That's a word. Wow. Make sure you get that. Make sure that you're around people that are going to compliment you. And here it is. Make sure you're around people that's going to compliment you, not compete with you. But there are people that you can receive coaching or corrective criticism from.
Facts.
People you can respect, that you can bounce ideas off of them, and they can hit the ball back to you.
Right.
And make you feel like, hey, at the end of the day, what you do is respected and it is supported. Right. I want you to take a moment before we go to our break and before we introduce our next guest, which is GEI. GEI is in the house. Tone is in the house. But before we go to break, I want you to look into the camera and I want you to encourage some young person during the pandemic that's maybe started a little business. Maybe they started a little something. And they feel like at the end of the day, man, they keep hitting these brick walls. Like they wanna, but then it's some days they don't feel inspired. Some days they don't feel like, and then they may be around the wrong group of people that they need encouragement, but instead they're getting snuffed out. Talk to somebody today that's in the process of really making their dream a big dream.
Listen, man, stick to your guns, man. Stay true to you. Stay true to what you do. Don't deter from anything or any negative, any situation that you don't deem positive for yourself. Stay at it. Keep grinding. You got to start somewhere. Start slow. And if you do have a clothing line out there, or you into something like that, don't give them too much too fast. Give them a little bit at a time. Make them thirst for it, and then you'll keep them on. You keep them right there, really all the time available.
So make sure that you go to IG, Facebook, go to our website. Make sure that you jump on, get that Big Dreamers apparel. We got some stuff coming out now that's already out, but we got some stuff coming later on in the year that's really going to be good for you. Good prices, all of the above, good material, black owned and operated. You want to make sure you become a part of the Big Dreamers experience. Be looking out for us, different partnerships within the community, different things that we're going to be doing. It's going to a whole nother place. So Big Dreamers, never stop. Make sure that you keep it locked when you got us to post to the people. We coming back. GEI's in the house. We back. It's the boy, the Bishop. Listen, man, I am so excited. New season, new everything, new guests, new everything. And I thought, why don't we start where we left off last year? We ended the season with Big Dreamers, and why not start it again? This is the Big Dreamers takeover on the Pulse, man. Thank you, Ray, for coming and being a part of what we're doing today. You talked about in our last segment about a group called GEI. And the good thing about it is, we talk about stuff here, we make it happen. And so GEI is in the building.
Facts.
Man, thank you for being here, Tom. I appreciate you for being here. So Ray kind of alluded to it when we talked about coming together in business. It's important that we understand coming together in business. Talk to me about what is GEI?
GEI is, I like to say, the entertainment version of Walmart.
Okay.
You know, whatever you need, we got it. We started this thing in like 2007.
Okay.
It was a promotional company. We used to do like events and stuff like that. Then we dipped into the music. Then we kind of BS for a little bit, and then we got back 2010. We sat down and was like, look, this is something that we're gonna do. We're gonna go full throttle at it. We're gonna bring people on. We're gonna branch out, and that's what we've been doing ever since. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on is giving opportunities.
Okay.
You know, anybody in the entertainment business or any type of business know that it's almost impossible to get people to help you. You know what I mean? So I felt like if we build this thing of ours, that we can put certain people around, bring certain people in that do this, that do that, that do this, that do that. We don't have to ask around for it. Everything is in-house. So that's what we've been doing for the last, this year be 11 years.
So let me ask you a question when you talk about that, and then I'll follow it up with how Big Dreamers came to the table with GEI. So when you talk about that, especially with the pandemic and things of that nature, I would almost venture to say that you all were kind of ahead of the game when it came to bringing everything, like you said, under one umbrella, especially in a time where it seems that now everybody needs somebody. I believe the Bible says something like this: no man builds an island unto himself. And so you need me just as much. And so, you know, if you looked at GEI as a hand, you all have various, what would you say to someone who's trying to do something on their own and may feel as if, you know, they keep hitting their head on the wall? What benefits, that's the word, that's what I'm looking for. What benefits would it be if someone were coming to GEI? Because some people may say, well, you know, is it a hidden cost? Is there underlying things I need to know? What is the benefits, and then what are the expectations when people come?
The benefit is you have a team around you. So you're not doing everything by yourself. I mean, we all got in that space where we thought that we can just do it alone. I'm pretty sure in business, everybody got in that space. But you realize in business that you cannot do it alone. You need a team. You know, you need people here, you need people doing this, you need people doing that. And that frees you up to think. That frees you up to create. So by somebody else coming into our company, that frees up time for them to create, because you got people promoting you. You got people sharing your posts. You got people talking about you. So you don't have to do everything for yourself. So that's one of the benefits of joining us. And we've built something where as though we 23 states. We got 3 divisions overseas. So
Wow.
when you come into us, like you automatically get in a fan base.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? You get in a fan base. So that's one of the biggest perks.
So what's the expectations when people come in? They say, okay, boom, I'm a part of the GEI family. What are the expectations when they get there? Because it's not now y'all take over and do all the work. They've got to work too.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same when you come in. Our culture, like when you come into this culture, it automatically, like Ray will tell you, it's like once you meet us and you see how we work, you're gonna know what to do. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be sitting around. So now it's time for you to be your boss and do the same thing we did for you to your crew, to your whatever business you bring to us. So it's like what's the word?
It's just a cycle.
Cycle, yeah, it's like a cycle. It's just a
Like
cycle.
Like when I jumped in, you know what I'm saying? I asked like what I had to pay into it. He was like, "Yo, bro, it's nothing. Only thing I need you to do is share, like and share posts, like because again, that's what he talked about, man. Like we in different countries and stuff like that, man. Like I don't have contacts or whoever over in the UK or in Australia or wherever. You know what I'm saying? But just him being able to share, you know, Big Dreamers apparel. Now I'm able to touch down in other places, you know what I'm saying? And that's all that was required. So when GEI post something, it's just boom, share. You know what I'm saying? Now by me sharing it, I'm reaching maybe a different fan base than he would generally reach, or people that like you know nothing about GEI until we had a conversation. So that's kind of that's the benefit, that's the perks of being the team, you know what I'm saying, and having it. So and the thing about it is, they so down to earth. Like there's nobody bigger than the team. You know what I'm saying? And so if I win, GEI win. GEI win, I win. That's the way it's at, and that's the way it's been since we met.
Wow. So post pandemic, what can the world look to see from GEI? Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a post-pandemic party, launch, something gonna be hot. I know something gonna jump off with GEI. What can everybody look forward to post-pandemic with GEI?
Well, we never really stopped.
Right.
So we never stopped working. Like the work still went on. So you know, I know other companies, you know, went through crisis and went through different things, but we never stopped. We just kept the foot on the gas. So you're just gonna get the same thing you've been getting from us for the last 11 years, just work. You know what I mean? Work. We got a big thing that we're doing now with our own TV network. That's probably one of the biggest accomplishments as far as this company we've had since like starting it. So that's gonna be one of the main things moving forward. Now is that own TV network. So now we get to give more opportunities to directors, writers, comedians, podcasts, you know, all different type of things like that. So that's what I'm super excited about that.
So let me ask you a question. How can someone get in touch? How can someone become a part of the GEI? Now I heard you use the word culture and I love that. How can they become a part of the culture? How can they become a part of this family?
I just reach out, an email, a inbox, a DM. You know, let me know what you do. Hit Ray. You know, anybody on the team. I mean, people bring on people all the time. That's one of the good things about having a team. For instance, now I met you. I probably would have never met you without Ray.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we might click, even though, you know, you and Ray got what y'all going on, but me and you might click and you might be like, hey, look, outside of this, I got this and this and this. And now we've building. So it's just like a domino effect, man.
Wow.
It's just dope like that. That's just exactly how this company works.
And see, I mean, like I told you before, like when I first got introduced to GEI, it was through another homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is, me and him, we knew each other, but didn't know we knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And even the crazier part about that, after knowing him, then we found out we related. Like it's so crazy.
Wow. So it's more than just, like I said, it's more than just a culture. It's family. Lastly, before we go to break, because you brought some models and we're gonna see some more things that Big Dreamers is doing. That is a part of this conglomerate called the GEI family. Now, where are some of the, I know you mentioned the UK, where are some of the places you all are located? Because guess what? We got an audience, a broad audience. Yeah. So there are people seeing us in different states and different places. Where, if they want to connect to a branch to start the process,
yes.
Where then are you all located where people can start to grab and, you know, be a part of this?
You got Arizona, you got Texas, you got New York, you got Connecticut, Maryland, DC, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. I know it's so many. Am I missing something? Ohio, Vegas.
Like I said, the UK.
UK, Australia.
UK and Australia. Wow. Major.
I know I'm missing. I know Chicago. I know I'm missing a couple of them, but those are some of the states that you can.
Y'all in Philly?
No.
We gotta get in Philly. Philly, stand up. We gotta get there. We gotta get in Philly. Stand up. I'm gonna call some
New Jersey. We've actually been trying to. We've had some situations in Philly, but it just didn't work out right. So Philly is definitely on the table. Hopefully, we can get in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure. Listen. Make sure. We'll make sure that we have his information on the bottom of the screen. Make sure even after this show and you want to reach out, you can get in our DM, you can reach out, call us, let us know, and we'll get you connected to the culture and the family that is GEI. Tone, man, thank you so much. And trust me, New Kingdom, GEI, we're going to do some things together. We're going to make some things happen, but I'm excited that you are doing something and you're bringing together network. That is important. Keep it locked when you got it. You think it's good now. It's getting ready to get better. We got some models coming. We're going to talk Big Dreamers and big surprise. Big surprise today. We have a local artist coming to do the new theme song for the Pulse of the People. Keep it locked. It's your boy, the Bishop. It's the Pulse of the People. Welcome back to the Pulse of the People. It's your boy, the Bishop. Listen, I'm so excited. Man, Raymond, you brought, not only did we have a wonderful interview, and I'm telling you, more people need to know about Big Dreamers. You need to go to Big Dreamers. All of the information is on the bottom of the screen. Make sure you go to Big Dreamers and order something today. Listen, we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to do a little bit of show and tell. We're going to show some people what we done told them about the brand and how awesome the brand is. You brought some models today that are going to show. So we're going to have our first Pulse of the People, Big Dreamers fashion show today. Let's get into it, man. I'm excited. Let's get into it.
Appreciate it, man. I got my team here with me. So first up, man, we got Miss Queen. She's wearing our Savage hoodie dress. Pretty much, it's a cotton poly blend, 8-ounce hoodie, but it's extended. It's a slim fit, and we can rock it for any occasion.
So like my man Jody said, you can leave work and go straight to happy hour with that.
Major facts.
Major facts. And I'm trying to, so is this a seasonal garment or this is something you can get year round?
Right now it's seasonal. So it's along our fall, winter line. But then we'll have other things that will complement that come around in the spring.
So let me ask you a question, because I'm thinking about getting a couple for my wife. If my wife wanted to do that, couldn't she do that with leggings?
We can definitely do that with leggings.
The ladies in the leggings for Big Dreamers. I like that.
Yeah, we definitely can do that with the leggings.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. I love that, man. What you got coming up next, man?
Up next, man, we got my man Tino. He's wearing actually an exclusive white with the purple and teal logo blend. That is it's a 60-40 potty cotton blend.
Wow, I like that.
On there. Very clean, very very meticulous with it.
So let me ask you a question. What was the thought for that look? Because that's, like you said, that's real clean. That's that Charlotte on, man. Got the Charlotte Horner hat. Big shout to Michael Jordan. Shout us out, Mike. He got the great Jordans on, the Fresh Prince joints. Yeah. Now, that right there looks like something that honestly and truly, I mean, you can wear that everywhere too.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I like to make my brand. I like my brand to be very versatile, man. You can stay in, you can go out, you can clean up, you know what I'm saying? However you want to do it, you can do it.
Wow, I like that. Now, what's that called? You said it's an exclusive, so what's that again? If people are looking for it on the website.
Well, that is our Never Stop dream, our Never Stop hoodie. And so if you
go on BigDreamersApparel.com, look for the Never Stop hoodie. That's what you'll see. But that colorway was exclusive.
Wow, I like that, man. That's hot. That's hot. Thanks, Tino. That's hot, man. I like that. What you got coming up next?
Next, we got a lady, Miss Leland. She's wearing the True Love hoodie sweatsuit, the jogger set that comes in multiple colors. It has the glitter embellishment on it.
Okay.
And that is also a poly cotton blend, very comfortable fabric. And like I said, it comes in multiple colors. There's an ash gray, there's a burgundy, there's a royal blue, there's a red, and that right there is that ice white that she's wearing.
So let me ask you a question. When you talk about poly cotton blend, that means, like I said, it's not just a seasonal thing that can be worn in versatile places.
Correct. Like you can wear that almost all the way up until you get ready to get hot outside.
And I see that she has that. It could be dressed up and dressed down because she got the killer boots going with it.
Right, and again, that just brings it back to the versatility of the brand. Like, there's no one set style for anybody. You be able to wear it the way you would wear it.
So she can wear that to work on Friday and go straight to happy hour.
Straight to happy hour.
Straight to happy hour. Listen, thank you so much. I love that too. I make sure I'm clocking all this stuff, Ray. I want to get all this stuff from my wife, all this stuff the ladies is wearing, and definitely because my wife, she like the Charlotte Hornets. I like that sweatshirt too. What you got next?
Next, we got my man Jay. He's wearing also an exclusive piece that has not been released yet.
So you got a lot of exclusives today, which is good.
Yes,
You got a lot of exclusives today. I love it.
Yeah, because in this piece here, man, this was our straight little lightweight bomber jacket that we have, and he has on our Winter Circle. The Winter Circle T-shirt on it. Underneath of it, man. The bomber jacket is lightweight. It's built for the spring. It's one of them late nights you out with your lady and you want to
Harbor night.
There you go.
Holding hands,
all that, man. That jacket is perfect for that.
She got the sweatsuit on. We just seen.
Right.
You got that on,
Yeah.
so you doing the matching thing. Ray, take some pictures.
Right, and
I got you.
definitely get it in, man. I'm telling you, man, that jacket is gonna be the wave, man. It's coming soon, and then we have a winter version of that as well that'll be dropping next fall as well.
So do me a favor, turn around so everybody can see the back of it. I like the logo with the star and the whole nine. That's wonderful, man. And he got the fresh ones on. I'm liking that.
Right, so we try to, again, man, the thing with Big Dream is we don't try to overcomplicate things. We like to keep things very simple and clean. And in that way, you'll be able to, again, wear it in many different fashions.
Many different fashions. Thank you, Jay. I'm telling you, man, you brought some good stuff here today. Once again, tell everybody how they can get their hands on Big Dreamers.
All you got to do is www.bigdreamersapparel.com. Man, they have everything for you, man. Order right there, man. Ship and go right to your crib.
Man, I appreciate you. Make sure that you jump in and log on and get some Big Dreamers apparel. Never stop off the hook. Make sure that you get that. Make sure that you become a part of the Big Dreamers movement. Thanks so much to all the models. Thanks, Ray, for coming through, man. This is amazing. Season premiere, and you dropped some wonderful stuff that's going to be coming to the website. Some premiere stuff that people have never seen that they'll be able to get their hands on real soon. Thank you again, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, it's your boy, the Bishop. Welcome back. Listen, I told you today was going to be a special day. Season 3, season premiere. Listen, we wanted to do something brand new, and I wanted to make sure that because God gave me this platform, because New Kingdom and our founder and visionary, Dr. Dante Duckett, gave me this platform, I wanted to be able to share this platform with people that I know is killing it. And can I tell you, this guy standing next to me is killing it. This is my man Carter, the real Carter. He's getting ready to do something that's going to premiere right here, right now, which is my brand new theme song. At the beginning, when we first got together, our first season, we went ahead and we tried to mess around with some different songs, and we got kicked off because we tried to use the Truth, Beanie Siegel, and I called him and I said, you know what, man? I told him the same story. Look, we tried to use that. They kicked us off. He was like, look, say no more. I sent him a few words, just some catchphrases, and he nailed it. And I'm telling you, in a few minutes, he's gonna perform it live here on the Pulse of the People, season premiere, season 3. But before he does that, I want to make sure that you get to know a little bit about Carter. So today's episode, or the theme behind today's episode, is Never Stop Dreaming. And so when you what got you into hip hop? Like what was the dream that you had getting into hip hop?
You know what? To be honest, it wasn't really a dream.
Okay.
I got into music because, like, when I was young, I didn't communicate problems.
Okay.
All right, I didn't know how to tell somebody to feel away or even express anger or anything like that. So I used to just write stuff just to get it out. And first, it just became like a just random kind of writing from time to time. And then I heard Jay-Z, Imaginary Player. I was like 7, 8 years old. And from there, I just started playing around music. Got in trouble a couple of times when I was young for it, but you know.
So music became an outlet in that regard. Now, when it comes to your music, what do you want people to hear that they don't hear already?
Growth. It's a lot of things and situations I did years ago. And just through experiences, learning stuff, going through ups and downs. Now I'm on a different side of things, so I don't shy away from what it was.
Right.
I definitely lived through it. Speak on it. But it could just show you that you could get from one place to another if you just kind of stay on the grind and focus on trying to do the right thing. At least it ain't gonna be perfect, but you know.
So at the end of the day, can you say what's the audience that you're trying to appeal to, or is your music for everybody?
I feel like I got a little something for everybody. If I had to pick an audience, it's probably people that's been on the wrong side of the ball and was trying to get right in that process. All right, you bump your head a couple times, you double back, you're trying to get right. That's really the audience, you know.
So let me ask you the question before I can let everybody know how they can get at you. Here's the question. I ask all hip hop artists this, and you're a hip hop artist, so I might as well ask the question. And me being a hip hop head, yes, the Bishop is a hip hop head. Top 5 dead or alive rappers, Mount Rushmore of all time, in your opinion.
That's such a tricky question.
I know.
So we doing like who I think is just in the terms of rap history is Mount Rushmore, my personal one.
Your personal. Your personal. This is your top 5, dead or alive.
My personal 5. Jay-Z's number 1.
Jay-Z.
DMX.
DMX.
Snoop. 4 or 5. You gonna Rakim.
Rakim.
I gotta get somebody newer in there. Lil Wayne.
Wow.
I gotta get somebody newer in there.
You heard it from the real Carter. His top 5. Listen, how can people get at you? How can they get your music? How can they download? How can they begin to have the real Carter experience?
So if you're looking for me, I'm on Instagram at Real Bust Down Carter. That's BUSSDOWN, Real Bust Down Carter. My company's Bust Down Entertainment. You can find me on Clubhouse, Bust Down Carter, Twitter, Bust Down Carter, Facebook, Bust Down Carter. You just go Google Bust Down Carter.
Google Bust Down Carter and get bust down. Listen.
Bust down.
Listen. Any shout outs before we go, before you perform live on set the new theme for the Pulse of the People? Any shout outs?
Shout out to God, man. I know it sounds cliche, but it's just, you know, you know me personally. I've
Right.
had like a real rough 2 years, so shout out for him just for me being in the position I am in. Shout out to you for reaching out to me. There's a lot of people that I'm pretty sure you know you could have reached out to, so appreciate it. And shout out to myself and keep working every day.
Listen, I shouted out to this guy because I know that once you hear this, it reflects not only what we bring to the table as New Kingdom TV, but what I bring to the table as a host. Man, let's do it. Big thanks. Big thank you to the real Carter. Big thank you to all of you watching. When we come back after this hot performance, I got the mask off moment, something new for y'all. All my IG followers, they know what the mask off moment is, but I'm gonna introduce that to you.
Oh, man.
Let's give it up for the real Carter doing the new theme song for Pulse of the People. It's called Kingdom of Faith. Real Carter.
It's the Kingdom of Faith. It's the Kingdom of Faith. It's the Kingdom of Faith.
Real views, real conversation.
I remember those days I was down bad. Didn't know if I would make it through. I used to doubt that. Through it all, right or wrong, God always had my back. long as I ask forgiveness, I get my spot back. We the voice of the people, we speak the truth. We the pulse of the people, we feel for you. We pray for our own, then we pray for you. We got faith now, for the difference between the two. We giving real facts, real views, and real stories. Real faith, and testimony. Real fair, unjudgmental, we chasing glory. When the devil knock at the door, we ignoring. We ain't dodging, we addressing what's important. This is God's will, we just here to endorse it. You know what's right, if the bishop endorses it. It only works if the people support it. Hit my knees, thank the Lord as I pray. This is a kingdom of faith.
This is a kingdom of faith.
When I was blind, God showed me the way. This is a kingdom of faith.
This is a kingdom of faith.
Times was hard, he got me through the days.
This is a kingdom of faith.
When I was wrong, forgave me for my ways.
This is a kingdom of faith.
Hit my knees, thank the Lord as I pray. This is a kingdom of faith.